Whether she's vacationing, spending time with her grandchildren, or enjoying the outdoors, Nelle Ratrie Chilton lives life to its fullest.
There's no limits. I mean, she went on the Colorado River rafting this year, and she's, 72? So that kind of tells you she just doesn't set limits for herself. It's whatever she can get out of right now, she's going to go for it.
One of her greatest passions is community development. She uses her time, talents, and resources to make the Kanawha Valley a better place, a lesson she learned from her parents. Nelle was born in Charleston on May 25, 1939. Her parents, Mary Price Ratrie and Turner Rust Ratrie, taught her the value of giving back. She says her father never met a stranger. He was a hard worker who always could find a way to connect with someone. She aspired to be like him. Naturally, Mary Price Ratrie also played a major role in her daughter's life, instilling in Nelle the importance of active community involvement, something for which Mary Price was well known, along with her passion for gardening. It was her love of flowers and tranquil spaces that led to the realization of a family dream, the Mary Price Ratrie Green Space, adjacent to the Clay Center. What was once an unattractive parking lot is now an urban oasis in the heart of downtown Charleston, a fitting legacy to Nelle's mother.
Well, we all love the green space named after Mary Price. It was a long time coming. You know, it was something that was in the works for forever and ever and ever. And now that it's here, it's obviously used and enjoyed by everybody. I think Nelle thinks it's a most appropriate tribute to her mother.
Nelle is one of 4 children. She has one brother, Rusty, and 2 sisters, Keith and Mary. When Nelle was in kindergarten, the family moved from Charleston to Winter Park, Florida, because it was a better climate for her brother, who had rheumatic fever. In Florida, Nelle enjoyed riding horses. She also loved being in the water and enjoyed doing everything from boating to swimming. She attended the Winter Park school system from elementary through high school. Then she said in 10th grade, she got serious about her education and enrolled in the Baldwin boarding school outside Philadelphia. After high school, Nelle went to what was then called Hollins College in Roanoke, Virginia. After about a year, she returned to Charleston and married Bill Chilton. After getting married, she earned a bachelor's degree in English from what was then called Morris Harvey College. The couple then moved to Ann Arbor, Michigan for Bill to study law. That's where they started their family. They have 4 children: Robert, Nelle, known as Dickie, Cynthia, and William, better known as Lewis. After her marriage ended, Nelle enrolled at the University of Michigan and earned her master's in social work. She worked as a clinical social worker for about 2 years in Ann Arbor. Soon after her father passed away, she moved her family to Charleston. Home is a driving force for Nelle. She has always felt a strong emotional connection to this region. She fondly remembers visiting her grandfather at his farm in nearby Malden. She especially enjoyed riding horses there. Her love of animals remains strong today. She has a cat, 2 dogs, 4 chickens, a couple of horses, and even a pony. She's taught her children, grandchildren, and some of their friends how to ride too.
I think Nelle would like to have the whole world on horseback if she could arrange it.
Every time I would go on a trail ride with Nelle on the horses, I would know I was in for a more exciting ride than perhaps I really wanted. Because she has no fear, you know, we just go over areas that I would not normally do, which is probably a good thing. I think she's pushing people a lot to do more than they think they can do.
Those close to her say Nelle's home is very welcoming. Friends and family constantly coming and going. Nelle even built an addition onto her house that's especially fun for her 5 grandkids.
She had a tower built onto this house, that looks out over tops of trees and looks way out in a much greater vista than she had from the land level windows. And the children, the grandchildren, think nothing more wonderful than to be allowed to go up and spend the night in the tower with grandmother's house. And it's the kind of thing, it's just a Nelle kind of thing.
Nelle's family has been in business in the Mountain State for 7 generations. Her family roots are deeply intertwined with the history of the Kanawha Valley. Nelle's family first moved here largely to produce salt. The family is part of the very rich salt history of the Kanawha Valley. The legacy of salt production led to the development of coal and natural gas. She's currently the president of Dickinson Fuel Company. In addition, she's the vice president of TerraCare, a company recognized for its quality landscape design and maintenance services. She's also a director with Dingus Rum Properties, a company her great-grandfather helped start. Nelle has a banking background, too. Her great-grandfather, John Q. Dickinson, started Kanawha Valley Bank, which became One Valley, and then later was bought by BB&T. Nelle served on the BB&T Board of Directors for 9 years, a very prestigious position she retired from 2 years ago. Currently, Nelle serves on the BB&T Foundation Board.
A key part of BB&T's mission is making the communities in which we live and work better places to be. And as a corporate board member, Nelle led our focus on accomplishing this goal and did a great job in leading our organization. She is truly a unique person, as she has that rare innate ability and willingness to be both fiscally conservative and socially compassionate. I've really personally enjoyed my years of friendship with Nelle, and I've always admired her tireless commitment to serving the Kanawha Valley community.
Over the years, Nelle has served on a number of boards.
She's a perfect board member, I would say. Anybody that can get her on their board is really fortunate.
Her out-of-the-box creative thinking process makes her a desired board member.
I think the major contribution that Nelle makes is she's a problem solver. And so if she sits down in a board meeting or a committee meeting, she listens very quietly and kind of manages to summarize what all is being said, what all the things are that we're worrying with today, and get to the heart of how to deal with that.
Nelle's interests are widespread, just like her community service efforts. The list of clubs and organizations seems endless. Many of them are heavily identified with outdoor activity, recreational, and stewardship of land. She is one of the founders of the West Virginia Land and Mineral Owners Association. Nelle is also one of the organizers of the West Virginia Mushroom Club.
It's amazing that she gives so much of herself to so many different issues. And I think that she's able to do that by taking some time for herself. I think, she does manage to ride horses every once in a while and go look at mushrooms in the woods. And I think that probably keeps her sane. But it's amazing that she can give continually so much, not only to individuals, but to all those different organizations and boards. I mean, it's amazing.
Nelle doesn't seek accolades for her service, but her contributions don't go unnoticed. She's been recognized by Junior Achievement of West Virginia, and the Charleston YWCA named her one of their Women of Achievement.
I think she's a good example of volunteerism because it's all volunteer.
The YMCA is proud to pay tribute to this year's Spirit of the Valley recipient, a woman whose immeasurable charity, compassion, and leadership are examples to us all, Nelle Chilton.